Hello, one. Hello, all. Welcome to a brand new week on House of Games. I'm Richard Osman. I'm joined by four famous faces. We're going to be playing some ridiculous rounds. You know how it works. At the end of the week, on Friday, someone walks away with this awful, awful trophy. Who are our players this week? I'm very, very pleased to welcome Johnny Cochran, Shobna Gulati, Dermot Murnaghan, and Laura Smith. Here we are. Breathe it in. The House of Games. Johnny, how are you feeling? Are you a quizzer?
Yeah, you know what? I actually quite like it, to be fair. And I'm just incredibly competitive about anything. You know, even when I first went to my now wife, I went to her house for Christmas, and it ended up with her storming upstairs, not talking to me for a couple of hours because she couldn't pay the rates at Mayfair. So what can you do?
Oh, what a week we have in store, everybody. This is, honestly, that's like the dream for our viewers. Shobna, how about you? I know perhaps you don't think you're as much of a quizzer as some of the people here today?
Definitely not a quizzer, and I'm definitely not competitive, but I am here to have a lovely time.
That's what we like to hear. So you're here to have a terrible time, Johnny. Shobna here to have a lovely time.
Opposite
Dermot,
to Johnny.
Yeah, exactly, Dermot, somewhere between the two. You're, of course, a quiz show host. What's it like being in the other chair?
I'm used to exactly being in that chair. It's very weird. I'm sure you do know all the answers, but when you ask the questions, people think you do anyway. Now I'm going to be found out.
Laura, in that stand-up seat 4, the traditional seat 4 that always does very well, how are you feeling about this week?
Well, I'm feeling fairly confident because it's a show that we watch as a family, but I realise I am competing with a 5- and 7-year-old at home, so I don't know, maybe
I mean,
I'm
listen,
losing the box.
I think you might. I think you might be all right.
OK.
Shall we take a look at today's prizes? As we know, at the end of the week, there is a trophy. Today, here is your selection of prizes. You could win. There's a shower curtain, there's a planter, fondue set, aftershave, and a cafetiere. I mean, take your pick. Laura, what do you fancy?
Oh, it's between the planter and the cafetiere.
As so often in life.
Yes, I think I'd have to go planter.
Planter, Dermot.
I'm in competition for the planter.
Shobna?
I think I'm going to fight for the planter as well.
Wow, planter, planter, planter.
Yeah.
Johnny?
You can have the planters. I want that aftershave, you know, that alone. I just think you become incredibly attractive. Is that what goes on?
I mean, certainly if you want your wife to rush upstairs in horror again, that would be the price to take.
OK, I'll take it on.
Let's do it, shall we? Let's play our first round of the week. Good luck, one and all. Lovely to have you here.
Do we...
Are we... Is this it? Fingers on
This
buttons?
is it.
It's happening.
Oh,
Shobna, it's happening.
fine.
Happening, can you believe it? It's
Forward.
happening right now.
OK.
Sadly, it might not be a buzzer round.
Oh.
Who knows?
Is
See,
it?
this is... Look
playing with
at
us.
this. They're like greyhounds in traps. Let's play
hair's
our
running.
first round. It is a buzzer round, I think. It's because it's usually rhyme time. Let's take a look. It is rhyme time. There we go. Our lovely little Monday amuse-bouche. Fingers on buzzers, please. 2 answers. They rhyme with each other. That's all you need to know. Here we go. Let's play our first question of the week. First names of the comedians Gedroich and Perkins, and band whose hits include My Generation. Dermot.
Mel and Sue and The Who.
Mel and Sue and The Who is absolutely right. Well played, Dermot.
Correct.
Point to you. First point of the week. Next question. Snoopy's yellow bird friend in the Peanuts comic strip, and capital city of Thailand. Laura.
Woodstock, Bangkok.
Woodstock, Bangkok? It is. Well played. Woodstock, Bangkok. Next two. What is this? And what is this? Yes, Laura.
Puffin and Muffin.
I mean, that, I have to say, that was just a buzzer race, wasn't it? Next two. Marine mammal that is the largest animal on Earth, and mixed drinks such as a margarita or cosmopolitan. Johnny Cochran.
Blue whale cocktail.
Blue whale cocktail?
Yeah, I'll take that.
That's a big cocktail. Blue whale cocktail, it is. Next two. Who is this? What is the title of this song?
Wasn't it good?
You didn't want that song to end, did you? You
You know
were
what?
into that.
I've never been happy that 4 people didn't recognise an actor.
The actor's Jamie Bell, isn't it?
Maybe.
Out of Billy Elliot, that guy.
Anybody?
Is it
Yes, Dermot.
Jamie Bell? Did I do well?
Dermot, no, you didn't. Come on, we know that song. Johnny,
Jamie Bell, I know him so well.
it's the right answer. Well done. Next one. African country whose capital is Yaoundé, and cheap cafe typically serving fry-ups. Yes, Dermot.
Cameroon, Greasy Spoon.
Oh, lovely. That's exactly what it is. Well played, Dermot Monaghan, Cameroon, Greasy Spoon. Final question in this round. What is this? An unseen financier on game show Deal or No Deal. Yes, that is Johnny.
Anchor Banker.
Is it Anchor and the Banker? It is. Well done. Well played, Johnny. That's the end of our first round. We're done for our first round. Let's take a look at our first scoreboard of the week. Shobna, you are keeping your powder dry for the time being. Dermot and Laura, you have 2 points each. Our early leader, Johnny Cochran, with 3 points. Well played, Johnny. Johnny is our early leader, but plenty of time to go. So let's play a pairs game, shall we? Our first pairs game of the week. What's it going to be? Let's find out. Distinctly average. Shobna, the good news is you get to choose your partner in
I
this
know,
round.
I'm going to choose Johnny.
Ah, you're sticking with Johnny?
Yeah.
So Shobna and Johnny are a team, Dermot and Laura are a team. If you would take your tablets out, please, everybody. Team up at home if you wish to, or play this by yourself, see if you can beat our teams. I'll ask you a series of questions. The answers are all numbers, and I'm going to take the average of each pair as their answer. OK? Whichever pair is closest wins a point. Here's our first question. In miles per hour, what is the record for fastest speed at which humans have travelled set by the crew of Apollo 10 during re-entry? Huh. What do we reckon at home? I mean, could not be more of a guess, could it? Johnny, what was your thinking here?
Well, with this, it's just trying to hedge my bets in between the higher and lower. So I've gone for 300 miles.
300 miles an hour. Aren't there cars that go faster than 300 miles an hour?
That's where I've gone. I didn't want to go
Listen.
too ludicrous. Like 20,000 miles an hour, it would be like
Yeah, come on. We'll
pretty
see. Well,
bonkers, yeah.
Shobna, have you gone up or down? Up, I
I've
hope.
gone up,
Yes.
and I love this number, so I've gone for a number I like.
700. That
Yeah.
doesn't sound crazy to me, 700.
Which means between us, we've actually got a reasonable number there.
I think so.
500.
500, yeah.
500 is your average, Shobna and Johnny. What do you think at home? You're close to that at home. Dermot, what's your thinking?
I'm just thinking it's a physics question, which I'm useless at, but there's no rockets behind them when they're coming in through Earth's atmosphere. So it's free fall,
Yeah.
and there's resistance in the upper bits of the atmosphere. So it's when it comes through and is dropping straight down.
Listen, I can tell what you do for a living, that's for sure.
20,000.
Whoa, that's exactly what you said was absolutely crazy, Johnny.
Yeah.
20,000, says Dermot. I don't think that sounds insane. Laura, up or down?
Well, down, but yeah, we're only different by a 0.
OK, 2,000.
And I was thinking, I think land, cars have gone. Who's our guy? Who's that guy? What's his name?
Nigel Mansell?
No,
Donald Campbell.
no, the northerner that does the sort of.
Oh, Richard Hammond.
No,
Guy Martin.
Guy Martin. I've got a
Yeah.
crush on Guy Martin, and I reckon he's probably done 2,000 just running around a paper shop. But
Yeah, OK.
I thought, yeah, it's got to be something big. But
Yeah, you'd have thought so.
I don't know.
11,000, though, is the average
Ah.
between the two of
we
you.
go.
So we've got 500 and we've got 11,000. This is interesting. What do you reckon at home? Are you going to be closer than these two teams? What is the record and which team has scored a point? Whoa, 24,800.
sausage.
That's crazy, John.
That is crazy. I was not expecting it to be that high. to
Blimey,
be fair.
that's-
Victory for
Dead
Dermot, I
fast.
think.
Yeah.
How is that? That's really fast.
Yeah, dead fast.
Whoa. Anyway, well done if you did that, Dermot. Well done. And Dermot and Laura, you get yourself a point. Next question. Give me an answer for this, please. When the payment of MPs was first introduced in 1911, what was the basic annual salary in pounds of a UK Member of Parliament? God, I would not know where to start on this one. This is one of those questions I'm glad I'm not playing. Everyone in?
Yeah.
Dermot, what do you think on this one?
It's interesting that they were first paid in 1911 because they were all so posh and rich before that they didn't need the money.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it wasn't very much. So, and because they come one after the other, I've gone in the hundreds. 1, 2, 3.
£123, Dermot is saying. Laura, up or down?
I've gone up. Not crazily up, but yes, 800 I've gone. I was thinking, I've
Yeah.
almost wrote 1,200. I was thinking £100 a month.
Yeah. Then 800 is... And I like your thinking, Dermot, as well, that, it wouldn't have been like a professional salary. Your average is £461.50. Johnny, where are you on this?
Now, I actually thought it was monthly salary because I didn't read properly.
Uh-oh.
So, but I can get away with it because of my drawing there. That could look like 110. So I did £10 a month.
£10 a month?
Yeah, so...
But it could be £10 a year, you never know.
I'd rather it be 120 really there, but you could get away with saying that's 110, couldn't you? Because there's like a little bit
my goodness.
there.
You could get away with it if I wanted you to. Honestly, Johnny, I could pretend it's £8,000 if you want. I could.
Can you pretend that's 120?
We can CGI anything into that. I'm going to pretend it's £10 because it's what you wrote, and I'm going to hope that Shobna helps you out.
Right,
Shobna,
right.
Up or down? It doesn't look like she's about to help you out.
No.
Shobna, what are you saying?
Well, I thought it was a nominal thing because they were all very rich. So I've just gone for a random number
OK.
of 32.
OK.
I don't think it's much.
Possible, yeah. So your average is £21. Who knows? What do you think at home on this one? It is a tricky one. 21 of 461. What was the payment? Who scored the second point of the round? 400. Good average. Another point for Dermot and Laura. Final question in this round. How many people hike to the summit of Wydfa, also known as Snowdon, each year? And it's an approximation by the National Park, so it's a round number. Anyone at home, you've been to the summit of Wydfa? Shobna, what are you thinking here?
Well, because I've been really low, I'm now going to go really high.
Listen, classic mistake, but go on.
Thank you. So I decided that 46,000 people go.
I don't think that's that high.
Do you don't think that's that high?
No, it's Snowdon.
We are in a nation of walkers,
Yeah,
so it could be higher, yeah.
could be. Johnny, up or down?
I bounced all around with this, but I ended up with 30,000.
So your average, both of you decided to go big this time. Your average is 38,000. Laura, do you think they've gone big?
I don't think they've gone big. I thought I bet about 100 a day, an average of 100 a day, and then I multiplied that and added a bit. But then I realised my multiplication was weekly, so I've done 52, sort of 100 a day plus that.
Okay.
So I have said 60,000, but no, I think it's way too low.
Well, because it's not like going up Everest, is it?
Exactly.
You can walk up. Dermot, where are you?
Well, I've made up for that.
Thank you.
I think I've gone way too high.
Excellent.
But there's all that stuff, isn't there, about it getting worn away, overcrowding. I've gone about 5,000 a week.
So 257,000 says Dermot. So we have 38,000 for Johnny and Shobna. Dermot and Laura, we have 158,000. What have you written down at home? Let's find out, shall we? How many people hike to the summit of Wydfa each year? 600,000 is the answer. How about that? It turns out you didn't go big in the end.
No, really small, didn't we?
It's about 11,500 a week. It's really popular. It's an amazing thing to do, right? That is the end of that round. A clean sweep for Dermot and Laura. Tablets away, please, everybody.
Dear.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Shobna still yet to get off the mark. Johnny, you've got 3. We have joint leaders, Dermot and Laura, 5 points each. How about that? 3 rounds to go on Monday's House of Games before we give away a planter or some awful aftershave. Let's find out what our next round is. Win when they're singing. OK, fingers on buzzers. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play you the beginning of an introduction to a song, hopefully a song you recognise. After a while, we will fade out that introduction. You must keep playing it in your head, and when you think the first word is sung in that song, press your buzzer.
OK, nice.
And whoever is closest wins a point. You know how to play this one at home. You get your stopwatches out on your phone. Everybody ready? Everybody ready? Everyone at home, start your stopwatch now. Give you a little bit extra at home. I Have a Dream by ABBA. Let's take a look at your timings. Laura went first, Dermot last, but all within about 2.5 seconds of each other. What have you got on your stopwatches at home? Shall we take a little listen, see who's won the first point of the round? Oh, it's going to be close.
I have a dream.
Johnny gets the
done.
point. Well played, Johnny. Nicely done.
I thought it was Fernando, so
I still-
to be
yeah. Even listening there, I still thought it was Fernando until they sung I Have a Dream. Well played, Johnny, for getting a point for the wrong song. Nicely done. But everyone very close there. Should we do another one?
Yeah.
OK, fingers on buzzers, everyone. Fingers on stopwatches at home. Let's start the next one now. Everyone went pretty quick. Dermot lasted a bit longer. Looked like you might have gone a bit longer, Dermot, but given everyone else had buzzed in, you thought you might as well.
Well, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Kinks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Lola?
Lola.
Lola.
Yeah. OK, let's have a look at your timings. Laura went first again. I think it's the exact order we went last time, isn't
Yeah.
it? Laura, Johnny, Shobna, Dermot. What have you got at home on your stopwatch? Shall we take a little listen to Lola by the Kinks and see who scored a point? Oh, Laura, well done. It's super early. It's super early. Laura gets herself another point. Final question in this round. Final song. Final start of the stopwatch. Now. Give you a bit of time. I feel like this is a long one.
Yeah.
The long one.
Yeah. Men at Work, wasn't it, Down Under? Let's take a look at your timings. Laura
Same
is...
again.
But it's the same again? Look at that. Must say something about our personalities, surely. Let's take a listen, shall we, and see who scored the last point of the round. Oh, it's catchy. Whoa, Johnny! I thought it went round again. But it did not. Johnny, very well played. Nicely done. The end of the round. 3 rounds gone, 2 rounds to go. Shobna, I'm not going to let you not get any points in this show. I'll tell you that for a fact. OK? That's a random round, that one. And the previous round, you were stuck with Johnny. So come on. Let's take a look at our leaderboard. Shobna yet to get off the mark. It is very, very, very close at the top, though. Johnny and Dermot with 5, Laura with 6. Lovely and close. 2 rounds to go. 2 rounds before we find Monday's champion. Who's it going to be? Let's find out with round 4, shall we? Richard's junk. I'm going to show you a picture of my junk on screen. It'll be a series of items, OK? Look at what all of them are. I will also tell you what they are, so listen to what I say. It will disappear at some point, and these will all be answers to the questions in this round, OK? So here is Richard's junk. We have got a Hoover, a bill, a wire, some keys, some chips, some glasses, a bush, a television, some handles, and a magazine. Fingers on buzzers. Here's your first question. The answer will be one of those things. Officer John Baker and Sergeant Joseph Gatrea were characters in which TV show? Dermot.
The Bill?
The Bill? It is not The Bill, I'm afraid. They've done you. Anybody? Laura.
The Wire? I
The
don't
Wire? It's also incorrect. They've done you as well. Anybody? So let's take a look, shall we? Chips was the answer we were looking for. California Highway Patrol. Next question. The answer will be something you've already seen. Which device had its first public demonstration in Soho in January 1926? Yes, that is Dermot.
Television.
Television? It is television. Well done, Dermot. Next question. Which band released the album Real Life in 1978? Yes, Laura.
Magazine?
Oh, that's a good one. Magazine? It is Magazine. It's a Manchester post-punk band. Well done. Next one. What was the surname of the 31st US president? Yes, Laura.
Bush?
Is it Bush? It is not, I'm afraid. Again, they absolutely led you into that, didn't they? Johnny Cochran.
Hoover?
Hoover is the correct answer. Well done. Next one. Which of Mahatma Gandhi's belongings sold at auction for £260,000 in 2020? Yes, Dermot.
Glasses.
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you? It is. Well done, Dermot. Next question. The chain of islands that stretches from south of Miami includes Biscayne National Park. It's called the Florida what? Yes, Dermot.
The Keys.
The Florida Keys? Absolutely, Keys. Well played, Dermot. Having a good round. Next question. In Quentin Tarantino's two films about The Bride, which character is played by David Carradine? Yes, Laura.
Bill.
Bill? It is. Well done. As in Kill Bill. Now, that's the end of the questions, but there is an extra point up for grabs if you can buzz in and tell me the other three items, Laura.
Bush wire handles.
Wow. Bush wire handles? It is. Well played, Laura. Nicely done. That's the end of that round. Let's take a look at our scoreboard, shall we? So Shobna still yet to get off the mark, but just 3 points between the top three there. Johnny, you have 6. Dermot, you have 8. Out in the lead, Laura Smith, 9 points. That Seat 4 stand-up classic working again. Can she take home the championship on Monday? Let's find out, shall we, as we play our first game this week of Answer Smash. Fingers on buzzers, please, everyone. Point for a correct answer. Don't forget, in this round, there is a point off for an incorrect answer. Your first category is British wildlife. Those will be the pictures. There will be a clue above. Smash them together, please. Which 2015 film, based on a best-selling novel by E.L. James, stars Dakota Johnson as Anastasia Steele? Yes, Laura.
50 Shades of Grey Squirrel.
I think it is. It is 50 Shades of Grey Squirrel. Next question, next picture. In the opening of the traditional rhyme, what 3 words follow roses are red? Laura.
Violets are blue tit.
Violets are blue tit? They are indeed. Violets are blue and blue tit. Next category. Types of home. Those will be the pictures. Which former Arsenal and England player became the main presenter of the BBC show Football Focus in 2021? Yes, Laura.
Mark Thatch Cottage.
It is not Mark Thatch Cottage, I'm afraid. Yes, Johnny.
Alex Scottage.
Alex Scottage? It is Alex Scott and Cottage, Alex Scottage. Next question, next picture. What is the name of the anonymous racing driver character on Top Gear? Johnny.
The Stigloo.
It is Stig and Igloo, Stigloo, the Stigloo. Next question, next picture. Hangin' Tough was a 1990 UK #1 for which US boy band? Yes, Laura.
New Kids on the Block.
Bit more.
Oh, New Kids on the Block Tower.
It's not Block Tower, I'm afraid. Dermot.
Oh, God, yeah. New Kids on the Tower Block.
It is not, I'm afraid. Johnny.
New Kids on the Block of Flats.
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block of Flats we were looking for. New Kids on the Block of Flats. Next category. No more
I think I might have blown
categories.
this.
I think you've done it.
Great show, though. Some great quizzing from everybody there. Let's take a look. Who is our first champion on Monday's House of Games? It is... to be decided by a tie-break. That's what it is. Johnny and Laura. Block Tower.
Stop
did
it.
it.
I'm gutted.
Block
I'm
Tower.
absolutely gutted.
So we will have one final question. Laura and Johnny will be the two of you with fingers on buzzers. If you buzz in and give me a correct answer, you're Monday's champion. If you buzz in and give me an incorrect answer, then your opponent is today's champion. OK? Wish you both the very best of luck. We don't normally have a tiebreak on a Monday.
No.
How exciting. Your category will be another type of home. I wish you both the very, very best of luck. The two-word name of which sweet treat is Cockney rhyming slang for the sun? Yes, Johnny.
Currant bun. Glow.
Is the correct answer, Johnny. Johnny Cochran wins.
Thatch Cottage will haunt me forever.
Yeah, Mark Thatch Cottage has got a lot to answer for.
Oh, mate, what was I thinking?
Johnny, what a comeback in that final round. Laura had it in the
What an idiot.
palm of her hands. Very well played, Johnny. Nicely done. Current Bungalow wins you the first year, wins you your prize
Cheers.
as well.
Yeah.
Which of these would you... Oh, my God, you already said at the start of the show you wanted the aftershave. Surely now
Yeah.
it's a reality.
Can you tell me what the bouquet smells like?
Yes,
and
it
that?
smells of a disappointing prize.
Right. OK. The plant thing would wind everyone else up.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
If anything, if I could get the plant stuff, if anyone wins anything else later in the series, in the
Oh, you
in the
could-
thing,
you could
I could
swap it.
barter it. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just choose your prize.
It's going to take Laura a little while to go over this. Laura is not enjoying this bit of the show, Johnny, just so you know.
I forgot you lost points.
I'll go for the plant thing.
Oh, he's going for the planter. I mean, wow. Let's take a look at our first weekly leaderboards. Johnny up the top there with 4. That will all change throughout the week, I'm sure of that. Well played, everybody. Well played, Johnny. Great end to the show. Unlucky, Laura. You will be back, I suspect. Should we do it again tomorrow? Yeah. Excellent. We'll see you here. We'll see you here as well on the House of Games. What are we smelling there?
I'd love to pretend that I had a more sophisticated nose than what I have, but it probably smells better than the aftershave that was on offer.
Yeah, I bet
so,
it does. Is that marjoram?
does anyone want any herbs?
No.
No, no.